Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's good, yo? So, like, on this video, guys, I wanna make it short, okay? Because I wanna give some youngins, right? Or, like, I wanna give some advice, right? On how to set the mood. You understand? So, I'm gonna make this example, right? Say maybe you are hosting a house party, right? Or a party for your kid, right? So now, you want to set the mood, right? Or just in general, you walk into a classroom, or you walk into a hall, or you walk into a place, right, where you have something, but the mood is not in resonance with what you have, right? But you have that thing and you want to present it to these people, but they are not on that mood. Like they haven't received that, they can't receive that, they can't bounce it back off, and it's because they don't have it within themselves. So it's like you have to now become the light in the darkness. Understand? It's sort of like that analogy. But this is how you properly do it. Understand? You have to understand that like a mood, right, is influenced by or is based upon the attitude that one has about themselves, right? So when you walk into a room and then you find that the air is heavy, right? Just to put it in spiritual terms, the air is heavy, right? You walk into a room or you walk into a location and then you can feel that everybody is tightened up, everybody is tense, is heavy, they are not light, they are heavy, they are weighing on each other too much. Understand? So it's a situation whereby it's almost everybody is awkward and almost everybody is not being themselves, you know. So now, and those who are trying to be themselves, they are doing it in service of trying to impress other people. Understand? Which is like useless because you are going to bore them even further. You understand? You are going to become like like a pest. You understand? Because the people are not in that mood. They don't want to get in that mood in a sense because they don't understand why you are even feeling like that, why you are even acting like that. Because maybe for them it's a Monday and they are on a Monday, but you come with your mood and you are all happy and excited for that Monday, and they are like, what did this person eat, drink, whatever? So now they don't understand why you are even feeling like that. So that's why I've included the point that it has more to do with the attitude that you have towards not everybody, not everything, not every place, but yourself. Understand? The attitude that you have towards yourself. So now, how you set the mood, right, is by, like, you have to be creative eventually, because, and I can't tell you how to be creative. I can only help you to develop ideas. Understand? So that when you are in a situation like that, it's gonna be spontaneous. It's gonna come out in your way, right? In your own genuine way, without you trying to copy or trying to filter it through somebody who you admire and you think is gonna like it when you do it in a certain way or not in a certain way. Understand? Or you basically looking, because it's gonna end up like you are just looking for attention. Understand? And a lot of people hate people like that. I've, like it's so unfortunate that a lot of people are not aware of this because they grow up and they become depressed once they realize that people are always rejecting them, and they don't realize that they've been having this bad habit of seeking attention for no reason at very young age. Understand? And now they don't know any other way to live without seeking attention. Even when they try to push out some things, it looks like they are just seeking attention. Understand? It's never genuine. You know. So now, but that's besides, just like I just added that because I understand that there's a lot of people who are like that. Understand? And I always bounce off of those kind of people everywhere I go. At school, I used to bounce off a lot of those kinds of people. But I understood that, oh, that's just this kind of person. But and they know that they never have to fucking temper with me. You understand? Because I'm a different breed. You know. But that's not about me because everybody's a different breed, right? But the point that you have to take, right, is to make sure that you don't become the kind of person that when you try to set the mood, it comes off like you are trying to get, or you are trying to overcompensate for attention. Understand? Because people, they don't want you to seek attention in a sense that is actually visible, that you are actually looking, that you are actually wanting to seek for attention. Like, you understand? So when you seek for attention, it doesn't have to even look like attention seeking. It has to be like you are bringing a service to people. You are helping them with something, and by default, attention is going to be gravitated towards you. You understand? like for example, but let me not make this example. This is the point, right, that you have to take. As I said, point number one, you have to have a good attitude towards yourself. Let's forget about other people, because when you have a good attitude towards yourself, other people, they're gonna wish they knew you. They're gonna wish that they can talk to you instead of you trying to show them that you are actually a good person. No, you don't have to show. It has to be like that. You understand? It is what it is. It doesn't have to, like, what's there doesn't have to be mentioned. You understand? So when somebody says you looking, you are like, it's like you're seeking for attention. When they tell you now, it's at that point it's already disgusting. You understand? It's already disgusting. And for some other people, they would actually fuck you up for that shit. You understand? Depending on the kinds of people that you are associated with, right? Because if you don't have that kind of self-awareness, that's gonna make you able to see the energies between, like the difference between the energies and the resonance between the energies of the people that you are now currently associated with, and the people that maybe raised you up, that made you feel like you need to constantly seek for attention. And then when you grow up, and then you go and meet your friends, people who are actually at your age, but now not in the same frequency vibration, then that's when you're gonna see that, oh, there's actually something wrong with me. Understand? Oh, there's something wrong with this person. Only to find that the actual wrong thing is with you. But it's gonna be like, it's deep. Like, nobody wants to go to that road. That one, like, it's the worst kind of experience that you can have. Like, as far as finding yourself. Understand? Because you're gonna bounce off of a lot of chaotic situations. People might even kill you for it. And you won't even know, because it's because of, like, you are like, because you grew up like that. You are like, that's you are like that. You don't know any other way to live besides being that kind of person. You know? So the only way that you can actually change is by getting killed and transformed. And it's because you can't change yourself. You don't have the spirit to change yourself. And nobody can help you. Understand? Because what they see when they perceive you, right? What they see you becoming is what they don't want to associate with in general. So it's like, you either become the kind of person that has short-term friends, or a lot of people hating you for no reason, for no apparent reason, right? So now, going back, we are going to set the mood, right? You first have the right attitude towards yourself, and by default, by doing that, right, you bring on a service. You bring on a service. The service can be a joke. That's what I'm saying. Like, when you start to get into things like this, it becomes very dangerous, because somebody might be overhearing, right? And then they start to act in a certain way, right? Because they've heard some things that they needed to hear. Whereas I wasn't even talking about that in general. And I wasn't even explaining that. It's just something that I added for my kind of people that I know, to say, okay, I know this is how it's going to bounce off of those few individuals. So now, once you reach a point whereby you have a service, right? You have something that to offer to the people, right? You have to, like, make sure that you don't, like, try to outweigh or have preconceptions, right, about what the people are expecting in general. Because when you go with those preconceptions, you're gonna be biased, right, towards the individuals that actually like that thing. And to those who don't, it's gonna be like you are just looking for attention. And in some cases, it's the majority. You understand? That's why in most cases, and in life in general, it's only very few people who understand you as an individual. It's never a lot of people. Even if you can have billions of fans, right? In those billions of fans, it's only 10 people who actually get you. Understand? The rest of those people are just people who like the way your eyes look, the way you comb your hair, the way you talk, some shit like that. And those are the kind of people who, now, when you start to change, they think you are looking for attention. And you, like, based upon you knowing or not knowing yourself, you might find yourself associating with people who outweigh your energy. And when you start to show those characteristics, they have no choice but to kill you. Understand? And just by default, they don't even need to think about it, because it's like, okay, this person, like, but you know what? Let's leave it at that, because, like, I don't want people to get the wrong ideas. But the thing that you need to get right is to say, if you have a good attitude towards yourself, right, and then you have something that is positive, that is gonna impact people positively, that is gonna help people, right? That is gonna bring value, right? And that is not gonna tamper with other people's ideas about themselves, right? The way to actually filter yourself through all of those qualities that I've mentioned, right, is by starting at the attitude point. If you can have a good attitude towards yourself, then everything else will respond to that. You understand? Like, it's not even about, and people who will by default or who will deliberately try to go under that are going to be shifted out of your space, like just based upon. I don't even want to talk about how deep that can get, but you don't have to worry about those kinds of people because by default you are being yourself, right? You are being yourself. So by default, anybody who's not being themselves or who don't like you and how you are being yourself is gonna be, by just universal laws, the universe is gonna push them to the other side of where you are moving. No matter how they try, no matter what they do, they won't get to you. Understand? That's just nature. That's how it is. Like, people can force, right? But you can never force against nature. You understand? You can force against your brother, your sister, but you can never force against nature, right? And the reason that you can actually force against somebody is because they themselves, they don't have a good attitude towards themselves. So those are the kind of people that you can force yourself against if you don't have the right attitude towards yourself. But in general, the only way to go about it properly, to set the right mood, is to be your best version of yourself, right? Not even on some trying to show people, like I said, is by just having the good attitude towards yourself, right? And everything else will filter, because I would make a lot of examples that will slip through so many heads. But that's all. That's it, guys. Hippie soul in the building. Nine.